What is happening, YouTube? Coach here from Echo Base Network. And why didn't Digital Spy just come out and tell us exactly how they feel, guys? Oh my goodness! This week we got Chapter 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, and this article here that just dropped. The Book of Boba Fett's worst episode is one of the Mandalorian's best. Well, I'm going to disagree with that right away. I really enjoyed seeing the episode, but it did feel very misplaced. I do not think it was a good Book of Boba Fett episode. I think it was a very good Mandalorian episode, but not the best. It ain't better than Chapter 16. There is just absolutely no way. But it was very, very good, and it was good to see Mando. But I want to see Boba. So, anyways, let's dive in and see what they are saying over here at Digital Spy. So, the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 5, spoilers follow. I don't think we're spoiling it at this point. Everybody's already seen it. So, here we go. Is it just us, or did someone... Oh, and this is a hilarious article, guys. I'm going to tell you. This is funny stuff here for you guys. So, is it just us, or did Star Wars HQ snort one too many brain lizards this week? Sure, we already knew that the Mandalorian was going to hype jump his way over to the Book of Boba Fett. That musical cue was about as subtle as Peli Motto's love of all furry things. Blah. But still, did someone over at Disney Plus accidentally upload the wrong episode? The Book of Boba Fett kicks off this week in an alien abattoir with Din Djarin and his Darksaber in tow. One surprisingly brutal fight later, and Mando is off to collect his money, but something's off with Din. The way he sliced that guy in half betrays an inner turmoil that he has probably plagued him ever since he said goodbye to Grogu, and honestly, same. Just like that bounty, we too were cut up over the lack of Baby Yoda in our lives. I disagree. Anyways, that macaroon-loving munchkin means a lot to us all. But why are we missing him so much just 2 episodes away from the Book of Boba Fett's finale? In fact, why does Boba Fett not even show up this week at all? You know, I got to say right here is that if Digital Spy is saying that we as a fan base are missing Grogu, and that's what we're missing, I think they're off. I know there's a lot of people that are missing Grogu, but the show's about the Mandalorian. You know, I would rather have Mando than Grogu. I know that the two are integral, one and the other, but you can have Mando without Grogu. I know some people are going to be triggered by me saying that, and I apologize, but it's okay. It is okay. Replacing the titular character with someone else entirely is a gutsy move for sure, even if said replacement is a fan favorite. And on its own merits, the episode would have made a very strong premiere for The Mandalorian Season 3. I agree. But what in the name of all things Sith is the storyline doing here in the Book of Boba Fett, and at such a crucial time no less? I agree. As much as we enjoyed seeing what happened to Mando following the end of Season 2, the Book of Boba Fett should be working on its own problems right now instead. Much has been made of the show's slow pace and those momentum-sapping flashbacks. Even fans who love all this world-building backstory must concede that Boba's obsession with nostalgia has robbed the show of direction and purpose. Up until this point, all we've seen is answers to mysteries we mostly knew and very little forward motion in the present day, often to the detriment of Fennec Shand in particular. I could not agree more with that statement, guys. I mean, I really do. It's a very fair criticism. It doesn't mean that the show is bad or it's awful, but I think this is why the show, for so many of us, that it's just an average show. And I don't mean average as in like it's strictly in the middle. I mean average as in like it's a little less than good. It's a little less than good. Mandalorian's a very, very good show. Very good show. It's had very many great episodes. But how many great episodes of the Book of Boba Fett have we gotten that featured Boba Fett? All of our answers are going to be different. I'm not even going to give that a number. But you know, if the best episode is Chapter 5, what is that telling us? What is that telling us? We need that type of episode with Boba Fett. And we might be getting that. Chapter 6 and 7, it could definitely happen. It could definitely happen. I hope that it does. I really hope that it does. Give Ming-Na Wen the screen time she deserves. We scream into each other each Wednesday morning, but to no avail. I do love the character. I do love Fennec Shand. I really, really do. It's funny how everybody calls her Ming-Na Wen and not Fennec Shand, but nobody calls Tamora Morrison. He's Boba Fett. Maybe that's why she didn't get screen time. It's kind of funny. In contrast, this backdoor pilot-like run-up to The Mandalorian Season 3 feels far more purposeful, aside, perhaps, from an overextended look at the building of Mando's new ship. In this one episode alone, Din's love of Grogu and his struggles with both the Darksaber and Mandalore tradition have given us more character development than Boba has enjoyed so far across his entire season, and it's not even Mando's show. Again, that's a really fair point. That is a really fair point, guys, that I agree with. The episode, though it was a very good Mandalorian episode, felt so out of place for it to be the Book of Boba Fett, especially when you consider, again, this episode was better than anything that Boba himself has given us, even though we have had some really good parts. So it's no excuse to say that Boba is quiet and stoic either, because the same is also true of The Mandalorian, yet his story has been far more engaging. Yes. Yes. I have to agree, guys, as we look at this article, this is the current state of things. This is the current state of things, and I believe that they got it right. And it's not a problem, like they say here, it's not a problem that Grogu can solve. It's not. I am really hopeful that we get a very good chapters 6 and 7 for the Book of Boba Fett. Otherwise, this season needs to be a one-and-done season, and Boba Fett needs to be a side character only in Mando's show and possibly Ahsoka. But he is not carrying a show very well. He's just not. And this is evidence to point in that way. I'm a Star Wars fan. I love it. I'm not griping. I promise. If it sounds negative, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just giving you my honest critique and thoughts. So what are your critique? What is your critique? What are your thoughts? And guys, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. We'll be discussing all of these things Saturday night on our weekly Star Wars live show. We will see you guys there. As always, we are, you are, Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you. We'll see you guys on the next one.